all, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. My name is Dawn. I live in Rhode Island. I ride a Vespa, 2022 Vespa Sprint 150 Racing 60s edition. I've been riding for about 2 years now, and I just decided I want to try filming some rides, filming some places I go to, some things that I'm doing, and just general information about kind of how I started to ride and, where I, went to get things done and how I got my permit, my license, all that stuff. As an older rider, I'm in my 40s. I got my license when I was 45, so it was something I had always wanted to do, but waited way too long to actually do it. Kind of wish I started earlier, but we are where we are at certain points in our lives, and when we finally decide to make decisions that maybe we've been putting off for a while. So I think what I'm kind of hoping is those of you that may be a little bit older, that, or even if you're not, let's say you're younger and you're thinking you're just going to put it off. I guess I'm kind of here to say don't. And if it's something that you really want to do, then I recommend just doing it. So today's video, I'm going to bring us to the riding range, where we actually had our in-person test. So when I went to actually get my license, the first thing you have to do, you have to figure out where all of this kind of takes place in your state. Every state is different. For my state, our courses are given through the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, or MSF. You may have heard of it. And they are given, you register through a portal at the local community college. So it's the Community College of Rhode Island. And basically you sign up for the basic rider course. And once you're signed up for the basic rider course, there's two components to it. The first component is to do the online test. And you do that, I think you have to have it done by like a couple of weeks before the road test portion of it, or the site test. So you do that first. You do the online portion, get that done. If you pass that, then you're actually able to do the in-person portion. If you don't pass the online test, then you kind of have to go through the process over again. So probably do a little bit more studying and then come back to it. Once you do the online test, then you get your certificate that you completed that portion of it, and you take that with you when you go to the on-site portion of the test. And I'm actually taking us to that location as we speak. The place where I took mine is at the night campus of CCRI. So it's not far, straight up ahead. It's not far from where I live, so it was pretty easy to get to. Classes do fill up quickly, so if you are interested in doing it, it's highly recommended that you sign up as quickly as you can to be sure that you can get a place in the class. I had signed up, I believe, in March, which is when the classes went live, and the courses were already filling up. So it is really super important that you sign up as quickly as you can, just to be sure that you are able to get a spot. So, like I said, you took the online portion, complete that, bring the certificate with you to the driving range. It's there that you get your bike, you meet the other riders, the other students. You meet your coaches, your rider coaches, and they're all trained through the MSF, the MSF, the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. So the rider coaches, they've all been riding for years, and they go through specific rider coach training to be able to teach the courses. So the school where I go to, the college where I go up, they have a whole area, and we'll see it when we get there. They have a whole area that's completely blocked off for the classes, and they mark the parking lot with the markings that you need for the various testing that they do. And we'll talk a little bit more about it when we get there, when I can actually show you some of it. I'll maybe walk a little bit of the course, and maybe I'll run through a little bit of the course too, if I can remember what they are. But one of the cool things too is when the courses aren't happening, getting yourself to where you took the safety foundation course and just kind of like riding the course once in a while is kind of a fun thing to do. Especially if you're getting back into it after a break or the winter or whatever, and you just kind of want to brush up your skills. It's always a good idea to either get yourself to an empty parking lot, or if your testing spot is close enough to you, why not head over there and run through some of the drills that you ran through with your rider coaches and the other students. So the other thing is, it doesn't just end with that. It doesn't just end with that course. If once you've taken that course and you have a little bit of experience, then you can take some of the other courses. Last year I took the Basic Rider 2 course. So basically, if you have been riding for a year, you can sign up for this one, and it is almost like a refresher of some of the things that you did in the Basic Rider course, but definitely with a little less pressure, because at this point you already have your license. So it allows you to refresh some of those skills, especially some of the slow riding skills, which those can be tricky. There are a lot of people who have ridden for many years, and they still have difficulties with some of the slow riding skills. So that is the BRC 2, I believe it's called, the Basic Rider Course 2. So I took that one last year. This year I'd like to sign up for, I wanted to sign up for the Advanced Rider course, but unfortunately it's on a date where I'm not going to be able to, because I have something else happening that day. So I'm hoping that they might open up some other dates. But the other thing you can do too is you can actually choose to do private courses or private lessons if you want. Or if you have a group of folks who want to get together and basically take the course together, they have those options as well. So you can, think about maybe doing something like that, like if you have a group that wants to do it. So this is the community college campus, and I actually took my photo students here recently to do a little photo tour of the campus, because we were learning about a particular architectural photographer, and the architecture here is very interesting, quite modern, and really nice. So it was fun to take my students here and let them have some fun on campus photographing. But yeah, so you can see here it's definitely quite a busy parking lot during the day as students are getting ready for going to class. But we're going to head all the way to the back lot. And if you look back here, it is quite empty. So the building that you see back there, I'll actually kind of bring us around there. And as I'm driving across this way, if you look down, you should be able to see some of the course markings on the ground in various paints. So here's where we kind of pick up our bikes And then they have the different routes you can run. So I'm trying to remember this one. Oh yeah, this one was just kind of like learning how to ride and doing your slow turns and coming into this curve. And keeping yourself inside the white line. And then you can switch direction too. I'm trying to remember how we did that. Maybe if I go this way. I think if I cut across here, so I can switch directions if I go this way. So you can see here, this is basically like a little box that kind of teaches you how to manage the curves, and when to pull on the throttle, when to back off. You should be looking for your marks and where you should be turning your head. You want to stay inside. And you can do a little like figure 8 deal here. If I want to go this way, I can. Yeah, so we would kind of line up over there. You can see those little T marks that are on the ground here. I'll kind of drive by them. So basically we would kind of line up on these little T's, and we'd learn how to turn the bike on. Then we do some maneuvers. The first thing they teach you is just to kind of like walk the bike. And then eventually you'd kind of move up and do some other drills. Let me see what else they got over here. Oh, the dreaded box. So this you need to be able to do turns inside. And I'm probably not going to get it. Nope, I went out a little bit. Yeah, see, I need a little practice myself. I'm going to give that another go. I was not turning my head enough. So you kind of want to go here. And then, yep, pulling out again. And then turn. And yeah, I'm not doing well at that. I need some better work on my U-turns. But this one here, I think was a little bit of a longer route that we took, or it could be the same as the other one. I can't quite remember. But I definitely need to work on my tight turns. So one thing you can do, like I said, is you can come here to your local course and try to run those out. Oh, this was like I think a maneuvering one where you try to maneuver around a obstacle. There's also some here with these close marks. It test your stopping time. It's been a while since I've done the first course, so I'm not quite remembering all of them. But like I said, I mean, it's definitely something worth doing. Oh, this was a tricky one. This really tight curve. Let me head inside that and see. Yeah. So you want to already be kind of looking. Nope. Yep, missed it. Yep, so even me, I've been riding for a while. I still need some refreshment on these courses. So it's kind of good that I came today. Just kind of playing around, trying to maneuver some of the Nope, missed it. Yep. See, so don't feel bad. They give you time to practice them. You know, I haven't done these in a long time, so I'm definitely out of practice. Yep, cut the curve. But what I might do is I might give myself a few minutes to try and play around with them and see how I do. If I can improve. There we go. It's a little better. Missed that last curve. But I'm going to head back into that other one and see if I can, maybe I'll come in it on this angle instead. Nope, I'm going to cut it. Yep, that's tricky. That's a tricky one. So I think that one might have been one of the ones from the advanced course. But, yep. So yeah, sometimes you psych yourself out. Alright, here we go. And then get that left. Much better. That's better. That was better. And try this one again. So sometimes, not looking where you want to go. Nope. Missed it a little there. Again. So, again, give yourself some grace. They give you time to practice. You're going to try it a bunch of times. Eventually it'll catch on. Like that. Much better. So you just give yourself some grace. Give yourself some time. And they are really helpful tools to use. You will use these maneuvers. That was better. Not 100% though. Try this one again. That was better. But even if you don't have access to these routes, to these spaces where the testing takes place, find an empty parking lot. You know, like this parking lot in particular is empty back here a lot. They never really get too filled over here. So it's definitely worth making the time to go ahead and give it a shot and try to run through some drills. Even if you're just using the parking spaces as guides, those can be like super helpful, especially in trying to negotiate like U-turns and things. I think I'm going to change direction now. Try to go left again. Let's go this way. So the more you kind of play around with it, the better you can get at it, the faster you can maneuver and negotiate some of those turns. Don't forget your head. Keep turning your head in the direction that you want to travel is what they would tell us all the time. So now that I've had a few minutes to kind of play around with that, I think I want to get myself back to one of those little curvies and see if I can get it a little bit better. Much better. There we go. A little jerky with the throttle. So I think if I had just kind of given a little gas and then maybe used the rear brake a little bit more, probably would have served me a little bit better. So let's head around to this one. Slowed down a little bit too much there, so I fell out of line. But I'm going to take this one instead. I'm going to speed up a little bit more. And I remember these ones, and a little bit of brake. A little bit of brake, kind of fell out of the line a little bit there. It's good practice for learning how to negotiate some curves. Get a little lean in, a little counter steering. Over here, a little brake. Much better this time, a little more speed. And get that head turn. Much better. Speed up on the straightaway. Give it a little brake here. Give it a little throttle coming out of it. Coming out. Speed up on the straightaway. And I think I might change direction on this one because I've been going right a while. And I've noticed on the road that I sometimes fall out a little bit on my left curves. So I'm going to give this exercise some attention on my left-hand side. Speed it up on the straightaway. Oh, and I think I missed. Oh, there it is. It's a little trickier when you're not here for the class because the teachers put the markers out during the class so you know like where you're supposed to be aiming for. So when you're here on your own, there's a lot of lines and it can get a little confusing. But once you've done it a few times, it gets better. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about these lefties. So I think it's time to see if we can tackle one of those little curves again. So I think I'm going to make a little sweeping turn here. All right, so I want to be over there. There we go. Nice. Let's enter this one and see if we can. A little bit out at the end, but hey, not bad. So, like I said, this is just where I learned, where I got my training, got my license, and places like this are available sometimes if you're able to get on site when they aren't running classes. Obviously, you don't want to go in and bother them if they're running a class. But if there's no class going on, you can do this. I mean, they told us specifically when we when we graduated that if we wanted to, we could come back anytime and mess around on the course to keep ourselves going and fresh. So definitely recommend trying it out. So now that we've kind of done this and I showed you all this fun stuff, hopefully it made it seem like it's not quite so daunting to actually do this testing and get your permit and then get your license. It can be a little tricky, but the more you practice, the more you get it. I've only been here a few minutes and, it's already starting to, get a little bit easier. So, highly recommend it. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I might go out the back way. Which way do I want to go? Yeah, I think I'm going to go out the back way. And then we'll just head out for a little ride. So I don't really have any plans today. Still on break. Have a couple more days left of it. Or a few more days, actually. So today's supposed to be pretty nice. So a little bit chilly, but it's okay. So I just figured I'd get out. Wanted to kind of just show that part. Don't really have any other big plans for the day. But hopefully the sun stays out a little bit, because at least that helps with the warmth a bit. Because it definitely can get a little chilly when the sun goes away. But I definitely want to enjoy the nice weather as much as I can. Wait, which way do I want to go? Do I want to go that way? No, I'm going to go straight. Yeah, I just figured I'd try to enjoy the nice weather as much as I can. But I think I'm going to go left here. Yeah. And go this way. And maybe we'll head for a little ride. Maybe I'll go toward Oakland Beach. That might not be a bad idea. Though it is a little bit chilly, not really a good day to be at the beach in particular. It's still a pretty cool place to visit. It's just about lunchtime, so you can probably grab something to eat while I'm out there. And then there's a coffee shop not far from there that I've wanted to make a little stop at. So maybe I'll do that afterwards. But I think what I'll do is I'll, for now, let you enjoy the ride as we head off to Oakland Beach. And when we get there, I'll bid you adieu. But if you want to join for the ride, you can. Otherwise, thank you for stopping by. And don't forget to like, subscribe, click on all the things, share with friends, all that good stuff. So thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. And sign up for the MSF course and get your permit and your license as soon as you can if you really do want to ride.